Hello and welcome to this edition of Kid Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings, and how they relate to your kids. Hi, I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. You know, a lot of kids are already back to school, so in honor of them getting a fresh start, we're doing today's show from the classroom.
Okay, but the little ones, like the toddlers and preschoolers, may still be home.
All right, well, we haven't forgotten about the little ones. In fact, today's show is focusing on the age, let's say, kindergarten all the way down to infants.
Okay, sounds good. And you know, every parent loves to brag about their kids, so we're going to show you a way to treasure those family events, and it makes a great gift.
So from infant health to kids' school snacks, we've got a parental smorgasbord for you.
So stick around and see it all right here on Kid Spaces.
All right, on today's show, we have a wide variety of topics dealing with different age groups, so why don't we start off with the youngest?
The babies.
The babies.
You know, every mother loves keeping their baby clean and healthy, but it's not always so much fun for the baby. We're going to show you something that may surprise you that keeps the baby happy. Jody Dombrowski reports.
Who are you looking at? Bath time can be a wonderful opportunity to bond with your baby. Today on Kid Spaces, we learn some tips for keeping the newest member of the family clean, soft, and healthy. Joining us is Miriam Pearson Martinez, a licensed midwife and certified childbirth educator. She's here to give new mothers advice on bath time and bonding. Miriam, thank you so much for joining us here on Kid Spaces.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. Now, mothers get all kinds of advice as far as how to care for their newborns, but what's the best way to care for our baby's skin and hair?
Well, bath time is a great time to bond with your baby. You can keep baby's hair and skin clean by starting out with a sponge bath and then eventually moving on to a baby tub.
Now, how often does baby need a bath?
Babies aren't like other little kids that run around and play and get dirty, so a sponge bath for a newborn a couple of times a week should suffice. You'll need a gentle baby wash. Keep the baby wrapped in their towel, only exposing the parts that are being washed. When you're finished washing, pat dry the area immediately so that the baby doesn't get chilled.
So when is it time to move up to the infant tub then?
Well, once the baby's umbilical cord has fallen off, you can go ahead and move into the infant tub. You'll want to fill the tub with 2 to 3 inches of warm water, testing it on your wrist. It should not be hot. Remember to place the tub on a stable surface and never leave the baby alone in the water or on a surface they can roll off of.
So Miriam, then walk us through the process of bathing our babies.
Well, you're always going to start with the cleanest part first. So you're going to start with the baby's eyes and face. Take a wet cotton ball and clean the eyelid from the inner corner outward. Discard the cotton ball and then take a new one for the other eye. Next we move to the face. You can use a little soapy water on your sponge or washcloth and gently wash the face, behind the ears, the neck, and remember to get under all of the creases. You can then move on to the baby's chest and arms, and then finally the diaper area and the legs. Remember to always wash little girls' bottoms from front to back.
And what about washing baby's hair? How often do we need to do that, and what's that process like?
Well, washing baby's hair can be done whenever you give the baby a bath. You'll always want to keep baby's eyes covered. You can tip the baby's head slightly back, use a soapy washcloth in circular motions around the head, and then use some clean water to drizzle over the baby's head to rinse. You'll want to then pat the head dry immediately so that baby doesn't get chilled. If you notice any flaking on the baby's scalp, you can use a cream-based baby oil to moisturize the head and then use a baby brush to loosen up the cradle cap.
Oh, okay, great. What are some of the other skin conditions that a mother may see on her baby?
Well, baby's skin doesn't always look perfect. Their thin skin can often be transparent and lead to a red, blotchy look. This is normal. Baby skin can become cracked and dried, so you can use a gentle baby moisturizer to soften the skin and hold the moisture in.
And what about baby massage? How do you do it, and what are the benefits?
The bonding time is unbeatable. Research has shown that a baby will sleep better, be less fussy when the mom and baby have that special touch between them. When you approach the baby, always put your hands on the chest to let them know you're there. All you'll need is 20 minutes, a warm room, and a cream-based baby oil. And then you can move down to the legs using a very gentle squeezing motion starting at the thighs down to the ankles. You can also take each foot, rotate the foot, Use your fingers to make a circular motion on the soles of their feet, and even give a gentle tugging motion at each baby toe. Then you can move on to the chest, where you'll make a prayer motion and flatten the hands down onto the chest, starting at the neck and down towards the belly. Once you reach the belly, you can use the pads of your fingers in a circular motion around the belly button, which will help aid in digestion for the baby. Then you can move on to the arms using that same squeezing motion you did on the legs. Rotate the hands, use your fingers on the palms of the baby's hand, and the gentle tugging motion on each finger. You can then move baby onto his tummy and use your thumbs to make circular motions down the baby's spine.
Great, and baby will absolutely love it.
Babies do love it. If baby becomes a little fussy, you can take a break or use a lighter touch.
Excellent. Miriam, thank you so much for this great information.
Thank you.
To get more bath time and baby care tips, as well as information on where to find Baby Magic products, visit babymagic.com. If you'd like to review this segment, Clean Baby, Healthy Baby, then go to our website at designingspaces.tv and click on Kids Spaces. And you'll also find a link to the Baby Magic website. For Kids Spaces, I'm Jody Dombrowski.
Man, we were jam-packed today, loaded with the kind of stuff that parents love to learn about. I wish we could keep going.
We will, but at the end of the month.
End of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We have a Designing Spaces, and then we have a Think Green.
And then another Kids Spaces.
Wow, we are on a roll.
But for now, we have to say goodbye.
All right, goodbye. But thanks for joining us today on Kids Spaces. I'm David Jones.
And I'm Debbie Marie. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.